Hello, fiery tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls with me, BlueAnkylo, with Yura, the Red Mage, who just made the Earth Cave and the Lich look pretty darn easy. Sure, we died to the Lich once, but that's nothing compared to the average for the solo runs. So anyway, between episodes, I did the same as last time that I lost my progress on with the Null Shock Blaze Frost spells. And I traveled to Crescent Lake. So, welcome to Crescent Lake. Oh yeah, and I bought a couple more ethers and high potions, you know, whatever. That's where the money went, if you're wondering. So, now that we're here, let's go pick up our canoe. And I did decide that I would do things in a different order, or at least try. Because normally I go to the ice cave, get the floater, get the ribbon, promote everybody, and then come back. But because the Red Mage has been doing so well, I'm like, why don't we try to do things in the more expected order? You know, we're supposed to go to the volcano after killing the Lich. So let's give that a try and see how it goes. So wish me luck. This is not my typical route, and there's certainly some things that could go wrong, but you know, we have very little to gain and a lot to lose, let's say. But, you know, it should be fine. I think, is it a loop around this side? I'm trying to remember the most efficient way to get where I'm trying to go. First fights in the water, or in the rivers with our Red Mage. He's holding out okay. Oh, this was the wrong way. I always forget. This is kind of my proof that I very, very rarely use the canoe to get to the volcano. I go the wrong way because how am I supposed to get there in a canoe? I'm supposed to fly there. I guess we have to go around it counterclockwise or something. Hydras, they hit pretty hard. Don't die. We almost died. Good thing we got to level up, though. Alright, so, you know, what you guys want to talk about? What's going on? You enjoying the series? The solo challenges? I'm having some fun. Trying out new things, you know. That's why we're trying out new things here. Alright, Thundera on Hydra. Is this better than physical? Definitely no. That's a hard negative. Ooh, 80 damage on that last hit. Ouch. Alright. Better save regularly fighting these Hydras. Alright, there's the intended entrance. Hey look, it's the swamp background. How often do you see that? Crazy. Alright, so let's tent up, restore our MP and all that jazz. And then we'll head in there. So, maybe we'll pick up the Ice Sword. I don't think there's much else in here to pick up treasure-wise that we can even equip. I don't know if you can equip flame armor as a Red Mage. Probably as a Red Wizard. Well, I don't even know about that. Maybe. But it's not too much of a detour for us to go pick up the sword. It's definitely a detour, but I have also not ever shown up picking it off in Dawn of Souls, so maybe I will. Risk my life against Paralisks. Should not have walked on the non-fire. Always walk on fire. That's the morale. That's the motto of the fire volcano. All right, Hellhound's not too bad. Yeah, I guess you could cast anti-fire if you were worried, but Blaze is not that strong. Pretty good experience, right? Yeah, pretty good experience. That's not what I'm worried about down here. There's other enemies that are a lot more dangerous. And it's always about them status ailments. So, this is the floor that has a bunch of treasure. And a bunch of fire lizards guarding it, oddly enough. They're pretty good for experience, too, actually. Like that. This square, specifically. Like, if you want to do a quick fight against a relatively easy enemy when you're solo, for 2,400 experience, like that, you know, that might be an argument for going to the volcano first. As long as you're in a position where you can kill these guys fairly easily. Like, they don't do that much damage. I mean, if I was a thief, they'd probably kill me in one hit. Hahaha, I'm joking. But no, seriously, like, that's pretty good experience. Maybe we'll get one more level up. Just to prove a point that we could pretty quickly grind up some levels for fairly cheap. Especially if we had armor that gave us fire protection. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty quick couple levels. Not bad. I suppose I need to save it now. I wasn't going to be putting a bunch of saves down, but because we could be one-shot by stupid birds or stupid worms. Oh boy, he's got good defense. I think you can run from them. Luckily, he's not doing his spell. He has an instant death spell. It's annoying. Instant death for the whole party, technically. The real room I want to go to is the top left. I'm just fully exploring it because, I don't know, I'm weird. So, ogre mages, hey? Are they all going to blink? That'd be annoying. Okay, we can one-shot them, so that's good. I think even if I let them cast all their spells, I don't think they'd be too much of a threat. Dark's not too much to worry about. Eventually, they'll get to ice, too. I guess sleep's kind of annoying if it hits. But, yeah, not too bad. Okay. Lava worm, are you going to kill me today? Did we just get to our 5th attack multiplier recently? No, I don't think so. I felt like my damage went up a little bit, that's all. Oh, a fire hydra. A fire hydrant. I mean hydra. Look, I've got a silly kid mind sometimes. gotta bear with me. Okay, so this is the room for good treasure. There's a guaranteed attack if we move up. But the ice brand is pretty good if you can equip it. And we can equip it. So, you know, that makes an argument for going here before the ice cave. Because this area has been comparatively easier than the ice cave. And we got an extra attack, and we do more damage. So, now we can equip that cool shield. So, yeah, you know. I always did the ice cave first, because I always wanted to get promoted immediately. Because getting promoted is so cool. But the Volcano's really not that difficult a dungeon. There are enemies that can kill you instantly, and if I had explored that second floor with all the treasure chests on it that I avoided completely, you probably would run into some flame elementals that are very strong, as well as probably some Paralisks who have a habit of just instantly killing you. But most of these other enemies on this floor, you know, they're not that bad. Unless, I mean, I'm assuming Paralisks can still show up down here, but maybe they only show up at the top of the volcano, and as long as you skip their treasure room trap, maybe it's not so bad. Honestly, this is so out of order for me, I don't know. But the ice sword is doing quite well against enemies weak to ice. And we managed to get some quite a lot of experience, actually. That's a lot of level ups. On the other hand, more level ups will definitely make the ice cave easier. We'll have more spell slot or spell charges, MP, whatever. And honestly, the lava worms, I thought that they were the worms that cast Earthquake or whatever and just one-shot killed you. But they don't seem to want to for some reason. You know what? While we're here, let's go pick up the fire dragon item. Assuming I don't get killed by fire Gygases. These guys are tough. I think I'm going to do a Curaga here just to stay alive. Yeah, he might have killed me if I didn't heal up. Even still, he might kill me. No, we got the one shot. All right. Yeah, that's a tough encounter for sure. Those guys are no joke. They're actually pretty rare. I don't see double fire giants very often. Now, I'm also pretty confident that we'll be fine against the fire dragon, but I didn't save it just to be fun. If we put on Null Blaze, it should be extra protection, right? His physical's pretty big, but his Blaze, half damage. And we should be able to kill him pretty quick anyway. Yeah, that's not so bad. And a level out of it, sure. I don't expect we can equip it, but had to check for science. All of you budding scientists out there, I'm sure appreciate my my sticking to my guns and doing all the research for you. I don't know. I'm kind of having fun. You know, we're doing Red Mage. We're doing a little bit differently than I normally do a solo run. Uh-oh. I don't think you can run from these. This is one of the more dangerous encounters. They hit hard. They hit fast. Luckily, we can kill them in one hit. Good thing we picked up that ice sword. That's all I'm going to say about that. Those kind of fights, I remember them hitting for like over 100 damage pretty easily. So there, we made it to the boss. Not even no problem, really. Maybe the red mage is just so lucky that it doesn't matter what dungeon he's in, he just gets through it on his first try. I don't know. We still haven't actually out-leveled us, specifically. You kind of can tell if we've out-leveled the area by what level spells you've got. We were meant to have level 6 spells before the Volcano, because there's a level 6 shop before the Volcano. After the Volcano, the next shop is level 7, so you should sometime after the Volcano get to level 7. Probably during the Ice Cave or the Castle Ordeals. Anyway, I did save it, right? Let's, Now, strictly speaking, the Marilith is weak to the Rune Blade, but it would lose me 1 attack per round, I think, and a minus 11 damage. That's a pretty big drop. I think we're better off with the Ice Blade. So let's fight! Boss time. I was not expecting to get to a boss right here. Well, I didn't think we'd get through the Volcano on our first try, so... Okay, so she definitely has fire magic, right? And she hits really hard. Maybe I should have gone for Invis first or something, but... Unfortunately, we don't have enough evasion yet, so we're going to have to spend quite a few turns. Wow, alright, that's... Maybe focus on evasion first. Or even protection, because it seems like it takes quite a few invises before you stop getting hit. Maybe a few protects would buy me a little bit more time. Oh, man. If she's opening up with 273 damage. Ouch. That did not go down very much with that first protect. It's going down, but I'm probably dead unless I go first. Wow, okay. So she's brutal here. Wow. It's partially because she's decided not to use any magic. Maybe we'll go Invis strats. Why not? Who knows? Did not dodge anything. 2 of Invises. Okay, fire. That might have bought me a little bit of time. I would have preferred to have null fire, but no, it did not buy me any time. So this is probably the reason I don't normally go to the Volcano first. Dang. So how am I going to survive this? I need her to cast magic long enough that I can get evasive enough that I'm not instantly killed. I think we're getting close. One more, maybe. So assuming she doesn't crit me right now, I think we're good. Dark hasn't actually hit yet. Let's get Null Blaze up because the fire spell, it hurts a bit. And then I can put like 1 or 2 bonus invises on because she gets... I'm pretty sure she gets 6 attacks, right? She's got 6 arms, 6 swords. Alright, now we got her. We just needed to get a little bit lucky early on where she didn't just deal 270 damage every turn for 3 turns in a row. Now we can do our the old standard red mage hacks. With the ice sword, not that she's weak to it, but it's a pretty powerful weapon compared to the older type swords. I should see pretty good damage here. How many tempers do you think we need? Like, it's just a joke at this point. She's dead one way or the other. She can't hit me. Even her fire magic is pretty pathetic. Oh, she has hold. Well, that's good. Please break out of it. I forgot about that. Are you friggin' kidding me? Held into critical for 359 damage. You're dead. Alright, well that's... Okay. Hubris. Achieved. +1 hubris. Should have just killed her while I had a chance, right? Now we'll never kill her. Man, you need to use some magic, girl. Just take a break. Use some magic early on. It's fine. It just takes a few invises and then we're not getting hit 6 times every time. How much HP? 300. Okay, we can invis some more. There's the fire. Alright, now we should heal up and then Null Blaze. Maybe 1 more invis. And this time, instead of messing around for 20 turns, haste, couple tempers, and then go mode. Alright. Haste, double damage. Let's just not assume she'll never hit me again. We'll go maybe 3 or 4 tempers rather than 50. I still think we need to buff our damage a bit because she's got a lot of HP and a lot of absorb. If we don't do any tempers, it probably won't hit very hard. Let's see. 900 should be fine. Yeah, we probably only needed like 1 or 2 tempers, honestly. But, there you go. I can't believe she critted us for 380. That's ridiculous. So obviously the formula for damage still goes by the if it's a crit, it ignores all of your evasion and absorption, because that was ridiculous. If I'd stayed at full HP, we would have actually survived it, probably. But I got held, and then she just chained me down. Alright, well, that was fun. I still think normally I prefer getting my promotion before I go to the Volcano, but hey, we won. What I will do for funsies, because we never got to see the real problem of the Gurgu Volcano, I will actually save it and go back in, because there's lots of treasure we didn't get on the floor of no return. And I'll try to get it, because I never saw the enemy that I was really scared of, and you guys deserve to see my fear enemy, the one I grew up afraid of. These are pretty tough, actually. Can't escape. Oh, they're running from me. That's hilarious. We're just running away from each other. Okay, so these squares have fire elementals. Luckily, we know we're pretty much strong enough to kill them. That's not something that the thief probably could have said. Until he got the ice sword, mate. No, because the thief can't even equip the ice sword. So yeah, forget about that. So it was definitely not a good idea to send the thief down here. But the red mage, surprisingly strong. And I mean, most of these treasures are garbage anyway, so it's not like this is going to gain me any loot. I just wanted to show this area off. I wonder if it's like Lizra for these? I never remember which element for which ooze. Maybe it's no elements, who knows. Right. We can kill 2 of them, right? Oh, by the way, I'm almost dead. Hey, how come you didn't warn me, game? Where's my beeping heart sound alert? Okay, but still, seriously, somewhere in here is my fear enemy. I don't know what the odds are. Maybe they're an uncommon or rare encounter, but they're definitely down here, and this treasure room is so big, it always takes quite a while to clear it. So it seems like you've got a pretty good odds of running into what you're afraid of eventually. Although, I mean, so far, so good, right? Like, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, probably. I mean, these fights are no joke. They don't... I mean, I guess I'm just lucky that I'm playing as a red mage that has some physical defense. The thief would have had less, and maybe the white or black mage would have had an even worse time, for instance. Possibly. Can we kill 4 of these? I don't know. I guess if they run away, we can. That's not bad. I'm probably stronger than I give myself credit for. You know, anything that has killed me on the current run, it's... Oh, here we go. Ambushed by Perilous. Gazed. Well, we didn't die yet. I think they're weak to ice. Well, we didn't die yet. They have an instant death attack. They come in groups up to like 9, I think. Maybe not in this dungeon, but I know larger than that they can attack you in. And yeah, I guess that's the main threat down here. If you don't have the protect ring or any other death element protection, they are pretty brutal in large groups. But it's maybe not as bad as the enemy whites that just stun lock you in the Earth Cave. Oops, this was a bad... Or no, never mind. Next. I thought I was... It's the tile beneath me that's guaranteed. Okay, well, if you give me a preemptive strike, I'm laughing. Alright, well, let's loot this place. You can see all the junk that I skip every other game. The lava worm tile. I still think they have a crack instant death attack earthquake thing, but they just seem to be shy lately. I wonder if these guys are weak to ice as well. Definitely not. I wonder if they're weak to lightning. I think that's just average damage, so not specifically. So yeah, you get a bunch of junk down here. It's not really worth much. That's why I never explore it. Like, the experience is good. You get pretty good level ups down here, but there's the risk of being killed by Perilisks, or whatever they're called nowadays. And the fire elementals, the flame guys, the fires they used to be known as, they're definitely strong, and you have to fight a few of them to get all the treasure. And I guess the main thing is just that the treasure's kind of garbage. So why do you go to Gurgu Volcano? There's nothing to gain other than one ice sword, and you could get something just as good, or nearly as good, by going through the ice cave anyway. But, you know, there you go. We did it. Okay, so there. We did the volcano. We've still got 10 minutes. I suppose we should go, seeing as this playthrough seems to be the playing through in order playthrough. Let's go to the ice cave next. You could sort of sequence break and take the ship up to... I guess it probably won't show it here until you visit it once, right? But anyway, up the yellow dot northwest of the large desert, you can sail up that way and then land at one of the rivers and get in that way. So technically you can sort of sequence break a tiny little bit. Well, but you know what? We got lots of money at this point. Let's just max out on the stuff I want. Cool. And I suppose on the off chance that I can equip this when I get promoted, I'll keep that. Rune Blade's too weak compared to Silver Sword, or Ice Sword, that is. I'll maybe be able to equip this stuff as a Red Wizard, but I doubt it. I really think the odds are so low that that will actually be possible. Like, I would almost bet money on them not being able to equip it, but I've been wrong on that kind of stuff before, so. Preemptive strike. Get out of town. Wow, one step. Thanks, game. So I guess the advantage we have by doing the volcano first, the big advantage, isn't so much equipment. Like, the ice sword, sure. If you're playing as a fighter or a red mage, that's an upgrade, no doubt about it. Normally you'd be going into the ice cave with just your mithril swords equipped, probably. So, sure, that's an upgrade, that's fine. I'll accept that going to the volcano first definitely gives you that. If you're playing as a fighter, you'd have the fire armor and the fire shield. That would help a tiny bit. But the main thing is actually the experience. It's going to the ice cave with an extra 5 or 6 level ups. That's what's probably going to make things easier, because it's more likely we'll one-shot the eye and any of the more dangerous enemies that we want to kill quickly. We're more likely to kill them in one round. And if you're playing as a mage, maybe you have more intelligence and you can use your multi-target magic more effectively. Maybe. 22 minutes in. I guess we'll make a run at finishing the ice cave. I don't know if we'll be able to actually finish it in today's episode, but we have been quite lucky so far with the red mage, so maybe it will hold. Can I complete the ice cave without resorting to cheap tricks? Like saving on every 5 steps. The good news is Thundera is powered up enough to kill the wizards, so that helps a lot. One of the dangerous encounters. Ice Gygus, that's a lucky drop. I don't think you can run, but it's better than all the paralyzing death undead. Like these guys that ambush you. Let's do some fire too. Let's make sure this can kill them in one shot. With all the ether, we have, you know, functionally nearly limitless MP, so there's no use saving it. Also, when there's 2, I don't think that'll be a problem. They hit pretty hard, but pretty hard to get stun locked by 1. I say that. It's kind of... I'm sure it's not even that unlikely. It's just... What are the odds? What are the odds of being one-shot by a Mind Flayer? What are the odds, guys? What are the odds of being paralyzed forever in this fight? Does the red mage have what it takes? Does he have the gumption to survive the ice cave with never reloading? So far, he's got style, he's got finesse, he's got another sword that's slightly worse. He's got the jiving music going on in the background. He's got random encounter with really good at paralyzing enemies. The red-whites seem to be the best paralyzers in the game, and the red mage is having none of it, because Because when I play as Red Mage, I'm immune to stun lock, apparently. And anyway, I'm going to go pick up the armor I don't need by using clever tactics like not being killed by Ice Storm, maybe. So 89 damage, 100 damage. Actually, their physical attack's probably more of the problem. Well, not even. I'm going to heal up just in case, but honestly, this hasn't been too bad. I guess the real annoyance with the White Dragon is when they hit the whole group, like 4 people with their area of effect attack, and nobody resists it. Suddenly 100 damage to everyone starts adding up really quickly. So anyway, Ice Armor, we'll add that to the pile of probably useless for us, but hey, I got it. Am I seriously going to clear this Ice Cave without having to reset? I don't know. Dark Wizards could theoretically cast Death, but we got a Preemptive Strike. These guys theoretically could stun lock us, or just kill us with high damage. A couple good crits. Nobody wants to stun lock me. Okay. I'll keep my HP topped up at the very least. Let's not be stupid, right? And, okay, you could totally die here. Let's go with a Farragut, because I think it'll kill the cockatrices. They don't actually have that much HP. But no joking around. These guys will stone you good. Honestly, the top floor, this kind of group with 6 cockatrices probably killed the thief 10, 20 times before I gave in and finally started using saves. Red Mage, doesn't care. Smaller group, still Farragut, whatever. I mean, the difference is 1 turn with the Red Mage, and we basically have guaranteed escape. Unfortunately, the thief, it seems like a lot of times his turn would come up to run and he'd fail, and then they'd all get an attack, and that was the end of him. So that's clearly the magical advantage, but, you know, the point was the thief is supposed to be good at running and he's supposed to go first. So he should have been fine. I'm not even going to save. I'm just going to kill him. He uses Thundera, the worst spell he has. Probably he has to use it first. But yeah, he's got like XXXX if you take too long, I'm sure. Alright, well, we're 75% through without having to reload a single time. I might remind you. Game. Video game. I mean, we're not free yet, obviously. But we're getting pretty close now. Only a few more random encounters to survive. And, clear and free. These guys could totally kill us. Or paralyze us. Nope, nope. No stun lock when you're a Red Mage. That's the rules. Them's the rules. No instant death, no stun lock. We don't even need a Protect Ring or a Ribbon. Red Mage can't be hit by those sorts of statuses. He wrote it into his character sheet. Now, if you're a fan of 8-bit are you friggin' kidding me? We didn't even die 1 time. So, like, I'm sort of referring to, vaguely, to a comic strip, an online webcomic that's pretty old these days, I suppose, called 8-Bit Theater. Specifically, the strip is Nuclear Power, which is the website name, and 8-Bit Theater is the name of the Final Fantasy 1 comic. It follows the 4 Light Warriors, or so they claim, around the game, essentially. And the Red Mage, of course, gets to join the party. And his main strength is min-maxing, I guess, would be the way to claim it. So basically, the way I'm sort of role-playing it today is the reason this Red Mage has survived thus far is he's basically just cheated the system by adding weird character strengths to his status screen, like immune to poison, or not poison, but paralyze and instant death. He would have to take some character flaws for it, so there's got to be a downside somewhere. But as far as the stun locks are concerned, he's far superior to his friendly dead mages. You know, they did not have that advantage. Unfortunately, fire doesn't work on water creatures so much. Suppose I should have thought of that. Lightning should work. Look at that. What a game. What a game. I mean, I didn't think the Red Mage would have a very difficult run, honestly. But I didn't think it would be so easy or so simple that we would basically blast through the Earth and Ice and Volcano without ever having to really save reload at all. I mean, against the Lich and against the Marilith, the bosses, you know, that's fine. The bosses got a huge buff in Dawn of Souls, so that's only fair. But the actual dungeons themselves were completely harmless for these guys. For this specifically, this guy. Which is... I mean, he doesn't have any specific protection like I don't know. Not as much physical defense as a fighter, not as much as agility as a thief. But it doesn't seem to matter. The combination of his spells and luck have basically got him through the difficult part of the game. And at this point, I mean, the world's our oyster. We'll go pick up the ribbon because, I mean, I need a ribbon. And then we'll go get it promoted next episode. So, yeah, looks like fun. I suppose, just to wrap things up, we should always buy the Protect Ring before we go there because this is such an easy upgrade. I don't know why you'd ever not do this immediately. I guess technically the Ruby Armlet is an upgrade for him too. I didn't even think of that. He has, like, what does he have? The Mithril Mail? Yeah, the Ruby Armlet's still much better. So yeah, that's a pretty good upgrade. Cool. Easy enough, right? I will hold on to the probably won't be able to equip items, but, you know, holding on to them for fun, mostly. Once I need money for spells, we'll sell them. We still haven't actually unlocked level 7, so we're not even over level... Well, actually, I say that. Because he's a red mage, he probably unlocks level 7 at a higher level. But he can learn, like, one of them, right? Yeah, the red wizard can learn Blizzaga. So, it's not like he doesn't learn any level 7, so he'll never unlock it. And because we're at that shop now, and we haven't even unlocked this tier, I don't think level 46 is too high of a level. So it's not like the last dungeon was easy because we've been grinding. It's actually, we're probably pretty appropriate level, right? Like, we're about the right level for this kind of stuff. Anyway, having fun with Red Mage. Lots of good times were had. Introduction to magic. You know, it's cool. Anyway, I guess we'll end the episode here. Next time, things will probably speed up even more because we'll go to Red Wizard and then we'll have Thundaga, Blizzaga, and a bit better equipment, slightly. Pretty cool. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying. I will see you next time for the continuation of Luck Mage. His color is luck.